Yo, what's going on? What up, though? Brother Kundanlini coming at you. We dropping some knowledge today. I saw some young brothers today. I gave them this mathematics, gave them this knowledge. I said I was walking through the crowd. People was cursing at me. They was spitting at me. They was throwing stuff at me. And I walked in and I asked the guy, I said, why do all these people hate me? Why all these people throwing this stuff at me? And the brother looked at me and said, everybody can't be number one. The moral of that is nobody can elevate you to the level you can elevate yourself. You only can validate yourself, meaning you make yourself number one, not the people around you. So that's the jewel for the day. But we break it down, the knowledge and how the mind operates. You got three aspects of the mind. You got the subconscious, which is the oldest part of the mind. Then you got the conscious, and then you got what you call the superconscious. The subconscious represents the moon. That's the feminine energy. And you got the conscious, and then you combine the two and you get the superconscious. That's man, woman, and child. Or should I say woman, man, and child, because the womb came first. But the first manifestation of the womb is the masculine energy in the 5% doctrine. It's called the gods and the earth, because the first manifestation of the woman is masculine. So the masculine energy represents the conscious supreme level. So,
Brother Kundanlini,
yo,
I don't mean to cut you off, and I know how deep you are into like the metaphysics. You know what I mean? You're actually a very great historian. You know, you really know how to do your research. Right. You know, dot your I's, cross your T's. Very important. I want to bring it more down to, you know, ground zero type level. You know what I'm saying? A little bit below your intellectual level, brother. All right, we're gonna you know what I'm saying? So brother Kundanlini, I want to know, man, you know, what's going on in society today, man. We want to know why. Why is it so hard for black women to marry versus other races of women? You know, why is the marriage rate so low, brother? And I know it's a lot of brothers out here wanting to marry their sisters. They want to have a great life. But what's the issue? Why is it not happening? Why we have the highest the highest divorce rate in the so-called black community? And I'm talking about the Caribbeans. I'm talking about the so-called African American or foundational black Americans. I'm talking about, you know what I mean, just the melanated brother in general. You understand what I'm saying? So why do we have the lowest rate when we are the most desired men on earth and we can be with anybody? But we want our sisters, and it's not happening. Please explain to me that.
And I'm breaking it down right to the element what you said, that knowledge itself is missing. We got the watered down religion. So we get married into these watered down religions. The word religion means to bind. It's a form of bondage. It's watered down. And we don't know the elements and the knowledge of self and the knowledge of who we are.
So you're saying that the religion is causing us.
It is hurting us because we don't know the supreme knowledge behind.
But let me ask you a question. When we get married, we do it through the aspect of religion. I mean, we get married in a church. We have a pastor that marry us and read the Bible in front of us. You know what I'm saying? Do death do us part. You now may kiss the bride. So how is religion hindering that?
Okay. Let's take it from the Christianity aspect. Not knowing the deep aspect and the knowledge of Christianity in the Bible, which is all watered down ancient mystery. The word holy comes from the word Helios, which means sun. The word Bible comes from means books. So Helios represents sun book. So the Bible is the sun book. So you got the marriage ceremony. And I spoke of this in some of my other videos. When you have the bride, it speaks about that in the book of Revelations. It talks about the bride and the groom. So it gives you the mathematics on the marriage ceremony. The woman marches up to the man. The woman represents the foundation, and she represents the root chakra because she's in charge of the sexual energy, because she picks and chooses who gets to have sex with her, and she's also in charge of who gets born. See, that's very deep. A lot of women don't know that they control the power of the reincarnating cycle of having the spirit and transforming into the physical body coming through the womb, which is 9, which the child goes through the birth rate through 9 months. And it represents the triple stage darkness, which is melanin. Do you guys see the movie The Matrix? That's why Trinity was a female. Trinity represents the 3 stages of life. When a woman is pregnant, she goes through what you call a trimester, which is 3. So she represents the man, woman, and child.
So man, woman, and child is the 3 cycles.
Right, that is correct. The Trinity was not even in the Bible. The Trinity comes out of the ancient mystery system, which is the sun, moon, and stars. You notice the moon represents the woman, the sun represents man, and the star represents child.
So let's bring it back down to, again, ground zero.
Okay.
Let's not get too much in the metaphysicals. We need you to talk to the people, you know what I'm saying? Because your knowledge is so deep that reality, you're not going to reach a lot of people because of that. You want to reach everybody. So tell us, in layman terms, why do the so-called melanated race have the lowest marriage rates compared to other races?
Once again, and I hate to say it, I know we don't know the information, but we have these issues because we don't know the information. Now, what I can do is I can give you some scholarship where you can try to dive into this information. You can see where I got some of my knowledge. There's a book called Science of Love by John Bain.
Okay.
Real deep information. When you read books like How to Think Like a Man with Steve Harvey, feminine energy is not designed to think like a masculine.
And why is that, man? Is it what would make someone think that a man would want a woman that acts like a man? That's not a real thorough man anyway.
Right. That is what has been taught to our women, unfortunately, through the feminist movement that came place in the 60s. They taught the women to have the equality, but Maya represents balance. We're going to get into that. And meanwhile, in the court system, brother work in the courts have scales. You got the blindfold, meaning judgment cannot be done with sight. It cannot be done with vision and seen in the physical aspect. The blindfold represent the judgment in your life must come from the inner chambers.
All right, but we not going to do the metaphysics. We bringing it down.
Well,
let me break it down. It's simple to you because you know what I mean. You're basically like a master historian. So
right, I try to get it simple.
But you gotta
what it means,
brother.
Right.
Listen. You gotta dumb it down even more for them. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But we're gonna skip that question.
Like
we're gonna skip that question, right?
Okay.
What can we do outside of the metaphysical right now?
Okay.
Just in general, something even the Caucasoids can understand. What can we do to bring back marriage and love in our community, brother?
I'm going to simplify it like this.
What can we do? What's the solution?
I'm going to give it to you like this. What comes out of you is what you put into you. So if you're not building this knowledge that he's saying that you can't understand, that's why you're dumb, ignorant, and blind, because you're not putting information in you. You're just, everything that you're doing is coming out of you, and you're not putting the information in you to change your level of thinking. You cannot elevate your level of thought unless you feed yourself with information. Just like we put all of information in the database in the computer, the more information you put in you, the more information is going to come out of you. So you cannot preach or engage in any form of relationship in love until you train to love yourself. You cannot give love to someone else if you ain't got the knowledge of self to love you. And I hate to go deep, but the Bible talks about the 7 churches of Asia. It talks about the 7 candlesticks that represents the 7 chakras. One of those chakras, which represents the energy center, the word chakra means wheels of life, is your heart chakra, which is the 4th chakra, which represents love. So if you're not opening up that in your inner etheric body, you only just desire is going to be on the physical level, in the physical fleshly level, which is not love, which is why a lot of our brothers and sisters are failing in the aspect of love, because we're not challenging and building our energy up to the love center. That's where you get the word karma and you get the word sutra, which is in your sexual act, where you have the masculine and feminine energy, which is your pelvic, and you got the vagina. You know, when that combined, it's more than just on a physical level. It's much more deeper than that, because childbirth comes out of it. So even if you don't know how deep that connection is, know that life can come out of it. So,
okay.
You know, it's deep.
So tell me,
life can come from it.
Tell me in 2 steps, what would you do to fix this in our community, to make marriage a thing, make love strong again between the so-called melanated black man?
We have
black
to understand
woman?
how the energies operate.
Just two things to do.
2 things.
Without going too metaphysical.
Okay, it's 2 things to do. Know the difference between the feminine and masculine energy. We both operate different. Woman's perception of life is inside out, because women internalize things and their emotions are based on inner feelings. A man's aspect of life is outside in. We're more visual. Our process, how we process things, is from the outside in. And I'm not trying to get metaphysical, but it has to be the vagina goes in, the pellet goes out. So I've tried to give it to you on an anatomy level and try to give it to you on the metaphysical or regular level. A man is outward, a woman is inward.
That still doesn't tell me how can I fix it in 2 explanations.
I can't tell you how to fix it, because everybody has to learn on their own journey. Everybody creates their own story. So I understand that. I can give you
if you had the answer.
How I did.
If you had the
my
answer
is this deep knowledge.
I understand,
so
but
you gotta dumb it down.
You gotta dumb it down. You have to learn how to dumb it down. This is how it works. It ain't always the way that you want to give it. You have to learn to talk to the people. So to me, you know what I'm saying? You gotta give me 2 points on how or what you would do to make it work.
Number 1.
Simple. Somebody
Number
like,
1.
hold up, brother. Because the problem is you're too smart for yourself.
I got it.
So somebody like Kevin Samuels, you know, who was very hated, right?
Right.
But yet, the same woman that he talked to and told them about themselves, when he passed away, they were the same woman crying and saying, this man was so right. So, maybe one of the explanations is women should learn to be more feminine and allow a man to lead. What would be another one? It ain't hard to break it down, brother.
It's very easy.
You're not talking to college students. You're talking to the average person walking the street.
Well, I'm going to give it to you in this terminology, because we all like sports. We all like games. These games will hopefully simplify this. In the game of chess, the queen can move in places that no other piece can move on the board.
Facts.
But if you get to the king, it's called checkmate. The game is over. In the game of checkers, if you get to the back of the board, it says king me. This is the most important and the most simplified. When a man and a woman say that they are equal, if you play the game of cards, if you throw out a queen and I throw out a king, and you say we equal, who wins that hand? Which card is stronger than the other? We're not equal.
It's okay to say that.
The king beats the queen. So once a woman understands that aspect of a man, she will understand that he is supposed to be designed to lead her.
Let me add to that, brother. So basically, what you're saying is, not that the king is holding her back and beating her down. It's basically saying that she's either side by side with him, you know what I'm saying, supporting him as he leads.
That is correct.
But never above him.
That is correct.
Holding him back.
That is correct.
Gotcha. And that's one point.
Even in the wedding ceremony, the woman marches up to the man. The woman represents the foundation. She marches up to the head.
Okay.
The head is the man. A man operates off of logic, rationality, structure, discipline, order.
And what do a woman operate off?
A woman operates off of emotion, intuitive. She's more caring. She's more sensitive. She's more nurturing. This is supposed to be her aspect of her energy.
Okay.
Many women have been taught to be masculine and act like men, and then you got men
we don't want
acting
them
like women. So
we don't want them.
The whole thing is crisscross. Remember the rap group Crisscross is crisscross.
Right.
And we got to get back in divine order.
Divine order. There you go. That's it right there.
We have to get back to the aspects of who we are. That masculine and feminine energy is supposed to represent a balance. It's a scale and a balance.
Gotcha.
And you know.
All right, brother. you gave me 1.5, right?
Okay.
But I'm gonna put it like this, man. It's getting dark out here. I don't have the equipment set up. You clearly are a man with insurmountable knowledge. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, man, you have a great persona, a charisma about you, because you're a very charismatic person. You have a great energy about yourself. The thing is that you got so much information in your mind and you want to let it all out at one time. But I think you got to learn to break it down for the average person walking it down on the street. And that will make people gravitate towards you more and understand what you're saying. You understand? Now, I'm going to leave it like this. Where can people find you and lock in with you and start following you as you begin to start this journey of dropping knowledge? You know what I'm saying? Where can they find you?
You can hit me on my YouTube, Kundanlini.
A little louder, brother.
You can hit me on my YouTube, Kundanlini D. Lee.
Kundanlini D. Lee.
My YouTube, my Facebook, and you can hit me on my TikTok. I mostly be doing a lot of stuff on my TikTok, Kundanlini D. Lee.
But will you be upload more on your YouTube page now?
Yeah, I'm sorry, getting back into the rhythm. I still got some old footage.
Okay.
I'm going to work on getting content of the lectures I did, and so I'm work on uploading them. And I will be working on my book, so I'll be tapping in and promoting that on my channel.
Okay, so
check that out.
Hopefully everybody, they're gonna follow your Instagram, your TikTok, you know what I mean, whatever social media you're on. You said Kundanlini
D. Lee.
That's right. All right, so we got that.
Shout out to the 313. Big up to Detroit. Big up to my peeps in New York. Big up to the DMV family. You've been showing me love. And man, we all in here. Shout out to Philadelphia, to Illadelph. Shout out to Cali. I was out there. Shout out to the West Coast. Shout out to the Charm City. Big up to Baltimore. I'm just spreading the knowledge all
right, so
around.
let me ask you a question. When they see you on the street, what can they say to you?
What up, though?
That's what it is.